I'm about a month away from my maternity leave, so let's talk about how it's been being pregnant in residency so far. If I had to describe it in one word, I would say torture. In reality, it's actually been a little bit better than I had expected. One of the most common first questions I got was how I told my program director. I think it was about 10 to 12 weeks, and I was in his office, I was staffing some patients, and then I was like, oh, by the way, I have something to show you. And I just slipped out one of my ultrasounds. And then the follow-up question is, what was his reaction? And it was actually really sweet. He was so happy and he was like, oh my gosh, the program is growing, like, how are you feeling? All those things. So he was very supportive, which honestly, knowing him, I did not anticipate a different reaction. I know my experience of being pregnant in residency is going to be drastically different than other people's experiences because everyone's program is different, specialty is different, program director is different, and their residency culture is really different. Thankfully, I would not call my program a super toxic one. For that reason, I have not had like a negative comment about being pregnant in residency so far. A lot of the other questions are what sort of accommodations I've gotten, and so far, none. I still continued to work 24-hour shifts, and honestly it was more brutal in my first trimester because I was nauseous 24/7. Now I've thankfully transitioned to third year of residency, which is all outpatient for us. My schedule is so much better, and that's actually another question that I get a lot, which is, as a psychiatrist, do I feel unsafe being pregnant around my patients? I will say in general, knock on wood, no. However, throughout the years, I've learned a lot of situational awareness and just really trying to keep boundaries, especially with patients who I know have a history of aggression. So many patients in the inpatient psychiatric unit will literally see me walking and say, hey, stop working, you shouldn't be here. And I'm like, dude, I agree, but... And the last thing is, when am I starting maternity leave? I am going on leave at 36 weeks. In California, you can qualify for state disability insurance at 36 weeks. So you best believe I am counting down.